quickly.
Just he was so poor. You don't expect to see that at this level of the game, and we'll see that the two teams warming up. But if Real Madrid defend anything like they did in the first leg, they won't be in this competition. It's only the fact that Manchester City missed so many chances. But we're just going to highlight some of the chances. This is the second goal. Militao at centre-back gets dragged out of position, and what they couldn't handle at times was the amount of bodies Manchester City get forward and overload you in. And you just look at the back post. That happens so often in a 3v2. Mahrez at the back post free, but this time it was actually Alaba who misses out tonight through injury, making a really poor mistake for Jesus. But this is at 2-0. A chance that City missed to put the game to bed. The first centre-back is out the game. The second one misses another challenge. Mendy misses another one, and Carvajal comes over. That is Real Madrid's back four in a line. It's absolutely unbelievable. And again, Manchester City find themselves with a great chance and an overload of the back post that they don't use. This clip, Real Madrid are actually improving defensively because there's only 3 in a line now and not the 4. But again, Manchester City find that overload at the back post, but they just don't finish. Both of those chances are 2-0. If they finish one of them, it becomes 3-0, and for me, this tie's over.
I know that one of the things that you think will be really important is the return of Casemiro. One of the things that you think will be really important is the return of Casemiro, who wasn't involved in the first leg, and how that affects what Jamie's talking about.
I played with a player very similar to him, Gilberto Silva, and the Arsenal fan couldn't understand what he was good at. They only realized what he was good at when he wasn't playing. This is the same for this guy. And I thought that in the first leg, for example, on the first goal, he could have done something. You see Valverde there. Sometimes you have to play the moment and not what you usually do. He's asking Carvajal to go, but Carvajal didn't go. Just stay there, run with De Bruyne. Yes, Carvajal could have done something, but Casemiro would have followed that run. You can see him here. He's going into the position of the centre-back, making it a back four again. Next thing you know, he's in the position, nobody, there is no hole. Here, his anticipation, gives the ball, keeps it clean, nothing happening. And one that I like, ball passes him, but he's still alert, he's still trying to protect the two centre-back. And they didn't have that when they played in the first leg.
Micah, in that first leg, Real Madrid's left, which was Man City's right, obviously, was a danger all night.
A real danger. Vinicius has been brilliant. I know there's been talk of him last couple of seasons not doing well, but this season he's been excellent. And his pace and trickery down that side was there for all to see. And it was difficult because Stones started the game, he come off injured, but then Fernandinho comes in that position and he just couldn't deal with him. Fernandinho in this position, not a midfielder, he normally takes everything out. But if you look at Fernandinho's recovery pace, he just can't get back. Yes, Laporte could have come across, and it's a good finish by Vinicius. But this is what they have tonight. Kyle Walker back from injury. You see Kyle Walker in these positions, he always plays like a free at the back at times. And whenever the ball's in transition, look how quick he is to react, and that recovery pace is what Man City need tonight. And I think if Man City are going to win the game, he's got a vital sort of game to play tonight. He really has.
Let's talk about the attack, because Kevin De Bruyne is always a player we want to talk about when we talk about Manchester City. You've obviously spent a lot of time with him, Thierry, on the training ground with Belgium as their assistant manager. He's different levels, isn't he? He
is different. He uses his brain like no other. He didn't start the season well. He came up recently with some big goals, and what I like with him, he doesn't want always the ball in his feet. As we're going to see, he can go and score. He does realize sometimes when he needs to drop or when he needs to go. But the way he thinks, this is the type of player that will use his brain. He sees there that he needs to go, obviously, great ball from Foden. He doesn't always want the ball in his feet. Big goal against Atletico. Same here. He realizes that there is a hole. We talked about it, but this is for me the best. If he stayed in that position, the defender would have had the time to come to him. But he makes those 3 to 4 steps to be able to see where he has to put that ball. And now he has the right distance to cross the ball. If he stayed there, the defender would have blocked it. And then the rest, quality, obviously. But the way he plays, the way he has it, he always does what the game asks him to do. And sometimes he's kind of, if I can say that, he's too clever. Sometimes he gets annoyed when people are not on the same level of how he sees the game. And sometimes he can get upset with that. But I like the way he plays. I like the way he utilizes space, how he sees the game, and he uses his brain. And that's very important in the game.
What's the best position for you? Would you have him in the number 10 role? Is that where you see him best?
I rarely saw a player that can play everywhere at the same level. It doesn't have a problem. Well, I would like to say that maybe being on the right, because he likes to shift the ball and cross it straight away, but in terms of playing, is all-around play, Kevin can play anywhere.
Let's take you out to Madrid. Thoughts, guys? We're almost there.
Well, let me share some of the stuff that Ancelotti has been working on and has been talking about. 1, score early. 2, give these guys and girls something to cheer about. 3, be more aggressive in the midfield because Casemiro will be part of it and will help with that. 4, stop Rodri and De Bruyne as much as they can. And when the level drops a little bit, the second unit, the players from the bench. And City feel that as long as it's about football, they are superior and they're comfortably calm about the whole thing. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, there's no coincidence he's won all those trophies as a manager. I think the most important thing they can do today is to bring the atmosphere that's been outside for hours, bring it in here, make it intimidating for Manchester City. I mean, they're very experienced. It takes a lot to intimidate them, but this is a special stadium. So can they use this crowd as a 12-man? I think, and then of course, as quickly as possible, level the game. Then we have a game on our hand. For Man City, just keep the ball. Just do what they're very good at. Keep the ball, frustrate Real Madrid. I think we're going to have a fantastic game of football here, and I can't wait for this crowd to get going.
The noise is incredible, Kate.
Oh, it sounds brilliant. OK, brilliant. Thank you, guys. Let's do this. This compelling Champions League season that we have seen so far. It's featured spectacular goals, electrifying action, breathtaking drama. And last week in Manchester, the Man City